Hi FlossTube, this is Barbie. Welcome to my channel. As the whip turns, grab you a hoop and let's see what I've been working on. I've been gone for a bit. Many things have happened from the end of last year to this year. Just have not had time to film and everything that goes into that with everything. So I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I hope you are glad to see me back. I'm gonna try my best to do the best I can. I'm thinking once a month coming back and trying to do a monthly taping, start that again, and try and bring that back. And I have been stitching, even though I haven't been filming. I've been stitching. I have some plans for some quilt stuff. I'm finding this year that I'm doing a lot of I have a lot of unfinished things, and so I've been going through a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to pull out and figure out what I want to do, what I want to work on, what I want to complete this year. And so I've been doing that not only on my quilting stuff, my cross stitch stuff. I have some new starts I want to start that I've pulled that I'm going to start sometime this year. This is my birthday month, and so I was working on that. Not necessarily going to start them all this month, but I have 3 or 4 that I'm gonna try and get going this year. But I'm also trying to work on some of my older stuff and get it finished. So I will show you some of that stuff at the end, my quilting, all that. Right now we're gonna get into my cross stitch stuff, and we're gonna start with my full coverage, and then we'll move on to my I have a bin back here of all my regular, but I have my huge ones ready to go. And so the first one we're gonna do is this is in Hayde, and it's called Winter Friends. It's a horse one that I have worked on, and I'm gonna pull up my picture here so that you can see. This is what it looks like. Oh, well, we're starting out really strong here. Let me grab it again, because it decided to disappear. There it is. This one is called Winter's Friend, and it is a heaven and earth design. I still think that it is available. I have, as of today, I have 14,537 stitches on this one. And so and that's out of 189,000 stitches, and I have 7.69% done. I'm thinking about setting a goal for me on this one of being able to maybe put so many stitches per month, just because there's some of these I really want to work on because I really want to move them along. So I'm thinking about setting and I'll go over that when I figure it out, but I'm gonna try and set goals for all these. And then I have certain ones that I want to set goals for, and then I have others that you know, if I finish my goals, then I will go ahead and move on and maybe do something that isn't a goal setting one. This one is, let me pull up my picture. This one is, it's a mini Sisters Max, so it's max color. It's a mini. It's a Hayde, Heaven and Earth design. And this is what they look like. This one is very pretty. And this is where I'm at on that. I think I worked on some of the wings on this one, on the black part, bringing in the wings, but on this one I have 1,849 done. This is a 69,975 stitches total, and I have 2.64% done. So that is that one. Let me grab my, okay. This one is called No Smoking, and it again is a Heaven and Earth design. And that's what it looks like. Finished. And here is where I am. And this particular one has, I have 1,310 stitches out of 85,950 stitches. And that puts me at 1.52%. So it is coming along. Now on this particular one, this one is another Haid, Heaven and Earth design. It's called So Many Books, So Little Time. And here is the mock-up. I just started this one last year. It was one I had kitted, and on this one I just finished working on some of the top, very top, but actually I had started this one on the bottom. So there's the bottom, and I didn't really care for stitching up, so I come back to my left side and started working on it again. This particular one with the bottom and the top, I have 2,365 stitches, and that's out of 364,950, and I'm at 0.65%. So this one I just started at the end of last year, I believe, so it's pretty, not a whole lot, but it will get better. Let me grab these. I've got a scroll, so let me grab this big one real quick. I got a couple that are on scrolls. These are my huge scrolls. So this one, I'm going to show you this because I got to, and then I'll show you the picture of it, actually what it's going to look like finished. This one is, let me flip my thing here and get Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This one I have 33,346 out of 402,000 stitches, so I'm at 8.3% on this, and that's where it is at. Let me see if I can, there you go. Oh. This one's lovely, and this is another one I want to set gold because, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that one done, but I still like working on it. My other one I have on a scroll here, grab this, is this one. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Let me show you a picture of my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's huge. It is very huge, but beautiful. Beautiful. This next one I'm going to show you is called, oh God, what is this called? I have it right here. Farewell to Anger. And I don't know why, but those bright colors just really zinged with me. I don't know, it's really not my normal stuff, but that's what it looks like. It's very, I don't know, it's very happy. And I have 22,000 stitches on this one. 22,210 out of 257,500, and this is 8.63% that I've gotten on this. So it is coming along. Again, another one I'm gonna set boundaries for. This is one of my all-time favorites. I can't wait to have this one done. This is X Machine. She is a Heaven and Earth design as well. And I love this one. I always say I can't wait to get this one done. And let me move this is her. Oops. I just noticed my thing dropped. So this one I have 52,638 stitches done. And this isn't the only thing, you know, this is the top, but it actually, as you can tell, I have stitching that's down in here as well. But this is a 286,200 stitch when it's done, and I have 18.39%. So she is one of my favorites. I mean, I love them all, but I really enjoy it. My last, full coverage is, was an Alice in Wonderland. Again, it's a Heaven and Earth design, and I hadn't worked on her in a while. I need to, but this is her, and I had started her years ago, and then it's just on and off kind of, and she's just on, I don't have her on a frame, I just have her on scrolls, not really a frame, just the scrolls. So let me see here, that's what I have right there. And hers is, let's see, I have 8,270 stitches, and that's out of 255,150, so I have 3.24% done on that. So that is all of those. So we're gonna cut for a minute. You'll never fill anything, and I will get my regular and we'll continue on. So just hold a minute. Okay, now we're gonna start my regular cross stitch. I have tons of them, so bear with me. We're gonna get through them. Some of these I actually have just worked on, and I hadn't worked on them in a while, so I'm going to show them because I actually had them on my table and I grabbed them before I came in here to do this video. So these are Quaker Fantasies by RETN. This is the one called Bella. And I had barely had this little bit of this done, and I've been working on it, and I've gotten the flower, I've started the border around the teapot, and I also am down here where the beast is, in this gray area around him. So I've been working on this, and it is in a hoop. Sorry, because I have been working on it, but you can see I've got my this is where my teapot's gonna go, and this is where the beast is gonna be. Finish the flower. I'm doing this on 28 count opal Lagana, and all the floss is called for. So sorry about that. And let me show you that again. She has several that are like this, that are these fun Quakers, but I think I've seen a Mary Poppins ones, I think she did. I think Memphis Sarah had done Peter Pan one. She has a lot of fun ones. They're really neat. Very neat patterns. You guys will probably remember this one. I had started this, and I literally had finished all the way almost down to this cat. If you go back to some of my older videos, you'll see I showed this, and I was talking about I need to restart it. I finally restarted it. I've really been working on myself on things I want to get restarted, things I want to get finished, that I want to complete. So I'm trying to focus on those things. So I'm working on this one. I did change the fabric. I was doing it on kind of that white, and when I went ahead, and because I was having to restart it, I put it on this fabric, and this fabric is by Be Stitch Me. It's Lugana, it's 32 count, and it's called Scroll, and it is just beautiful. I love it. I love it's a little but I love it. I think it's going to be really pretty, and I'm glad I got this started, and I'm really liking it better on this fabric than I did the first time around, so that's working. This is another one. I don't think I've showed you guys this one. I believe this, yeah, 2024. This was by Jody Rice, Sansom Street. This was a stitch along, and I'm horrible with stitch alongs. I will join them, and then so I've been going through a lot of my stuff, and I was like, you know what, I barely had any of him done, and so I'm almost done with this first block, and I'm going to try and keep moving along and working on this. I believe I don't have a picture of this one, I don't think. Let me see. No, I don't have the picture in here. It's in there. You can look at it. It's called Monster House. It was called Monster House. And I think you can still buy it. It's already been completed and everything, but I'm not. So here I am where I'm at. Really neat colors, very unusual colors because they're so bright, purples, and I know that Pam and Stephanie, I think Pam actually sewed that, and I was doing that sew along, and I believe she finished it as well. So, Amy Kane 1831. This is my very first Hands Across the Sea sampler that I've ever done, and I actually have been working on it as well. This is what it looks like. And I'm doing this on, let me get my bearings here. I'm doing this on, I think this is 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. It's kind of a light pinkish color. And I'm moving along on this. I've got the border over here. And then I've got all that, and I'm moving down. This was a mistake, and I restarted, so that doesn't go with it, but there you go. This was funny because I've been working on this and I thought this was a donkey. Okay, I thought this was a donkey, and then when I was looking at the pattern, they say it's a deer. Looked like a donkey to me, but when I was doing it, I was like, oh, well, the donkey's so cute, and then it's supposed to be a deer. But that's okay, it looks like a donkey to me, and that's alright. It can be a deer, donkey, it doesn't matter. It's all good. But it's coming along. I'm making progress. Let me throw some of these so I don't get myself in a mess real quick. Hold for me just a second. I'm going to throw these in their bags so I don't get lost. See you there. Okay. Let me grab a couple more of these. I have them in a bucket down, or a basket down here. Alright. Oh. This one, Halloween at Hawk Run. A lot of people have finished this. A lot of people are sewing this. It's always going. And I'm almost getting close. I have been working on this. I'm almost getting close to finishing that first block. I'm doing this on 40 count murky linen. I'm using silks and DMC. This is by Carriage House Samplings. So I have been working a whole lot on this house and getting the windows and my moon up here, his face. I got the spider web in, and I'm just working down to get this. So it's another one I'm pounding her to do. This one was another one that if you look back, I originally had started it and I restarted it. So this is the Brooks Books Alice in Wonderland that she did, and I have I have the whole set. And I think on my last one I was already up into her dress and I just did not like the fabric. I think it was a casual, but it was I don't know, I was really struggling with it, so I went with restarted it on a lighter fabric, and I've liked it a lot better. So I'm getting there. It's moving forward. In fact, this is the bag for it, but it has let me grab the others, a few of the others. It has different characters. Queen, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the other lady, the good queen, White Queen, Cheshire, rabbits. It has the whole, I have the whole set. So it was one I wanted to really change, and I wasn't really happy with the fabric I was dealing with at this time. So you guys will remember this one. I'm almost done with this one. Let me get the picture here. Let me see, there it is. It is this one right here. I was working on it last year. And it is called Boo Fun Banner. And this is where I'm at. This is on 28 count. I don't know the fabric. I don't have the information anymore, but I do know that it's 28 count. And I'm using silks and DMC on this. So I will probably get that one done this year. And then I have another one. I really need to get this one, push myself and get this one done this year too, is I'm doing this Fright Night down here. Trying to make it so you can see it. And this is where I'm at on that one, if you remember. I really need to start getting myself to finish this one. I really do. And I'm doing this on 28 count casual too, and it's DMCs. So we got all that. Okay. And Cricut collection. I love this one. Sit and be thankful. And it would be this one right here that I'm doing. And here is where I'm at on that one. And this is 32 count linen scroll. And I'm doing this with DMCs. So I'll be working on that one some more. Plum Street. I started this one last year, 28 count Iguana, and I had worked on this. I've been working on that horse down here, getting him in. This is done on 28 count Lugana called Earthen. So I did change a couple of colors. I changed the color up here, Grit to Straw, and then the horse I changed the color to Pebble. So those are some modifications I did to that one. Mill Hill. Yeah. I am doing this Treasure and Buttons Harvest by Mill Hill, and I'm doing this harvest I have worked on, if you remember, and I found that I'm a little short down here, so I'm having to finagle a little bit, but it is coming along. It is on 25 count natural Dublin. And obviously it's a pre-made banner type fabric. And this is casual. And that's where I'm at. I'm hoping I'll finish this one. I was really trying to get this done last year and it didn't happen. So, well. This is a new one I started, and I'm not even sure if you guys have seen it or not, because it's one I started last year in December. And it is by Lori Birmingham Designs, Willie Melt, and that is what he looks like. It is adorable. I hope you guys can see this. Kind of got a little darkish. And this is where I'm at. That's what I've gotten done. And this is on a this is all called for, this is a pre-made fabric. It's a natural 28 count banding imported by, I guess she created the thing according to the pamphlet that I'm looking at. Oh, oops. There we go. This one is called Dashing Through the Snow, and it's out of this book called Christmas at Stony Creek. And let me see if I can find a picture of said. I started this one at the end of the year as well during Christmas, and it is this one right down here. And here is mine. And I'm doing this on, I started this in December, and I'm doing this on 28 count Lugana called Crystal. And the threads are all called for of what they called for, so. That is that one. I'm really trying to get myself, I haven't bought a whole lot because I'm really trying to work on getting stuff that I already have done. I have so much, you know, so why not do it? Almost done, guys, almost. Oh, this one is my Prairie Moon Merry Xmas, and I'm doing this 1/1. And I really need to push through and get it done. And this is where I'm at. And this is on, I'm using DMC, it's 28 count, and it's printed fabric. As you can tell in the back, it's white. It's printed. That's how you tell that you've got printed fabric. So this is 1/1. So this is very small, tiny stitches. Very fun. I need to finish that one. Let me grab a couple more here. So I have them up here. You all probably will remember this one. This was the Rose Nativity scene that was out of this cross stitch magazine, and there it is. I was doing this one for my little sister. My little sister, there's been a lot of stuff going on with her since last year. She had to go in. She had stones in her bladder. She has stones in her kidneys. And because obviously my little sister is mentally retarded, it's very risky knocking her out and having to do this. So we've been dealing with that. They've done the first one, which was her bladder, and now we're waiting because they're actually going to have to go in and do the kidneys. And so this one I had worked on as well. As you can see, I moved it down, little drummer boy there, down here, but here it is. I think this is on 18 count Fiddler's cloth, and I'm trying to get this one done for my little sister. This one I have not picked up in a bit. This is Teresa Kogut Serenity. And it's one I started last year, and I'm just on the border. I don't even think I've touched any more of it, but I have some of the others, so you'll get to see. But this is one I would like to get back on. This one is, you can see my border, I hope, right there. It's round border. And this is on Cold Foam Lugana 32 count by Be Stitch Me. The fabric's Cold Foam. It's actually, I think it's really pretty fabric. I think this one's going to be beautiful when I can get it. It's 20, no, that's, oops, wrong one. Yeah, it's 32 count Lagana cold foam. DMC's all called for. I'm using on that. Oh, you guys will probably remember this one, Liberty's Welcome. A lot of people have done that. I started that last year. And it's coming along pretty good. Everything's called for on this one. So I've been, actually, do I have that right? Yeah, I do. Make sure I had it right. I love this one. I can't wait to get these done. I'm probably not going to start any new ones like this because it's not, I've got so many of these I'm already doing that are American that I don't need to start anymore. Plum Street, Gold Tide, welcome. I love this one. I think the thing that amazed me about this one is I perceived that it was a huge one, but it's really not that big of a, I thought it was bigger than what it actually, not huge, but I thought it was bigger than what it actually is. And here's where I am. And as you can tell, there's the end. It's really not that big. I'm doing this on 36 count called Gingerbread Edburn linen. I'm using silks on this one. And I'm sorry I didn't get them oops, I didn't get them I'm getting too much stuff. My stuff's going. It's all going. Let me move it over there. Okay. I didn't grab you. This is, let me move you. This is Rocking Horse Holiday. I was doing this on one of my color crushes. I picked my own colors, and the Okie Stitcher, she's the one that chose this one for me, picked for this one for me to do, so I am, and I've actually been working on it, as you can tell, and I hope to have it done by this year, Okie Stitcher, so maybe you'll get to see the one you chose done. I can't wait to get this one done, actually, and I will probably make sure that it is finished this year. I'll finish it all. So I finished my Halloween color challenge, but this one, like I said, it just, everything's kind of, I chose the floss, and this is 28 count, the fabric. I don't know what it is, it's just 28 count. And like I said, this was my color crush challenge that I did myself, so I hope to get that one done this year. Let me grab some more of these. Oops, oops. Oh, okay. This is my Bella Philippine. This is the Maiden of Tuba. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but there she is, my Tuba mermaid. And this is where I'm at on her. If you remember, you can look back on some of my others. I'm doing different levels to give a dimension. And so each thing has different number of threads. So like the shells up here I think are 3 strands, the hair's 2, and then when you get into the shading and stuff it's 1. I'm doing actually 1/1. And her face will be done 1/1. I will probably do all her skin 1/1. So she's gonna get some love this year as well. So I'm excited about that. I need you to stay there. Okay. This one I think also, yes, was a new start last year. This is called Christmas Pass Designs in Counted Cross Stitch. And let me see which one I'm doing here. Called The Joy of Christmas. The one I started. Let me see. Okay. Yes. And it is this one. This is an older book. June Grigg Designs. It really has some cute older pieces in them. It's just a cute one with little kids. Cute. And here I am. I'm working on that tree. And this is on, it's called For Floss. It's 28 count fabric. I was really into, when I started, besides my heids are all 25 except I think for one of them it's on 28. But when I started doing these normal size ones, I started on 28 count. And I think now I really prefer, where I've settled is I like 32, 36 is kind of my sweet spot that I like. So we shall see. We shall see. Throw that down there so it's out of the way. Oh, Blackbird Designs, Away We Ride. This was a sew along last year that I joined. Home on the Ridge and Sassy Southern Stitcher was doing a sale on this, and so I started this one as well. I was going to use this one to play with a little bit once I get it done. You can see I've changed the colors. This is pretty dark. But I'm going to stitch it out. And I've really been wanting to play, well, let me tell you, it's 28 count. And it's DMC. No, I take that back. This is not 28 count. I'm sorry. Erase that. I had the wrong card. It fell down. Okay. This is Away We Ride. This is 28 count. On 28 count. Mystical Casual Linen. And I'm using DMC on it. But my plan is, once I get this one, because the colors I chose and the fabric I did on purpose, I'm actually wanting to use my watercolor pencils that I have, that I want to come in and see about shading and stuff, to see if I can play with it with some Ink Sense pens. And yeah, so this one's going to be played with once it's done, to see what I can do with coming in and giving shading or light, you know. That'll be fun. See how that happens. What happens with that? Oh, Here comes some more Teresa. Let's see. And God Saw. I have been working on this one a bit as well. This is a Teresa Kogut. I love this one. I can't wait to have it done as well. And I started this last year as well. Oops. And there I am. This is on 28 count, and this is all called for as far as floss goes. And I think this is DMC, or it could be some of the other ones. Let's see. Oh no, it's got classic colors. Yeah, it's Classic Color Works. Whatever the call for is, that's what I'm using. I didn't change anything at this point. So it's coming. It's coming along. Good, good, good. Excited about that. This one is another Plum Street American Welcome. This is one I started last year too. And like I said, I won't be starting any, I don't have any plans of starting, I don't think, any new American, because I'd really like to just get some of these done that I'm already working on. So there's where I'm at. I have been working on this one as well. This is on 36 count Brumble. DMC are the threads I'm using, and I just love this one. It is coming so cute. I just love the colors. I love it. So it'll continue being hopefully moved forward this year. Last two of my WIPs, people. Last two of my WIPs. And then we'll go into my other stuff. This one, Bella Philippine, the Mad Tea Party. I started this one. And she is right there. And I've actually had worked on her, as you can tell. I've done some more work on her, and I'm actually doing her face 1/1. See all the 1/1 stitching. So yeah, so sorry I didn't have a chance to get everything ironed, but hey. She is done on 28 count Lugana gingerbread, called Gingerbread, and this is with the DMC called for. So yeah, she's coming along. She's coming along. Okay, and my final on this one, this is Glendon Place Sleepy Hollow. I had to take some out. It was wrong, so I had to re-pull, so I had to pull some off this, and I'm trying to refill it back in a little bit, but I've had this one for so long, I really need to get the damn thing done. But I had to come in here. Somehow I screwed up in this part I had already filled, and I had to redo it. So there he is. There's his horse behind in and his leg, and I need to move along. But that is what I have as far as my WIPs go. So I hope all of you are getting what you were wanting done. Sorry about that. And I was going to show you, for haul I have a little bit. I'm on the Circle of Friends, and this was last month's thing we got. This is what we got for the Circle of Friends from Silver Needle. They do And ever so often they send you, I've got a whole bunch of things, but this was the one I just got, and I really like that. Isn't that beautiful? It's really pretty. But this is my haul. That's all. Not too much. So I have a few things that I wanted to. I just dropped a thing in my garbage can. It's all right. That I am planning on starting this year. This month is my birthday month as well. So if this is your birthday month, happy birthday. I am going to start a few projects this year that I want to start, new ones, you know, so I grabbed some. So I've kind of been putting them together, so I'm going to show you. My thoughts are Animal Cracker series. I'm thinking about doing her this year. I'm going to do her on this fabric, which is Belfast 32 count. It's called Clean. And I think that's what I'm going to do her on. She's one I want to start this year. This is another one of it's just a small little kit. It's already kitted up. I was going to do it. This is another one from Circle of Friends, I think from a couple of years ago. And I'm thinking about doing this one this year as well. Get it started. Hopefully I'll finish that one actually. This is one I've been holding on for a bit, and I'm actually going to start it this year. Isn't that pretty? Thought it would be a pretty one to hang in. It's by Work Basket. Cloth is my acre on which I sew so beautifully and diligently. That's what it says. So I'm going to start that one this year. I haven't even got the fabric. Oh, I take that back. I do have the fabric already for it. Looks like it is by Hollis Hands Creates. And this is a printed fabric that I'm doing it on. I haven't got my threads yet, so I'll have to do that. The last one that I'm thinking I would like to start this year, and other people have done it. I think Memphis Sarah, I think a long time ago I seen her have it. She had finished it. It was on her wall. But I know there's a lot of people that have. Let me get my picture. And that is this one. This is the Halloween Fairy. Yep. This is the Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett. And she's one I'm thinking I want to do. I don't think, oh, I do have some of the colors in there already, and I'm going to do her though, I think, on this fabric. This was a fabric of the month by Bee Stitch Me. I was in their fabric club, and I think I'm going to do her on this, and this is called Sherbert 28 count linen. So that's what I'm planning on, I think, putting her on. So, alright guys, I think that is all for me. I think I got everything. Oh, so those are the things that I'm going to be starting sometime this year. I will get them going and it'll be all good. The other thing I'm doing as far as for my quilting stuff, cross stitch is done. Let me grab my quilt stuff really quick to give you a view on that. This year I'm trying to get some of my stuff again that I've already got going. I've got some I'm gonna show you it here. That's one of my things. Around here somewhere. I had made these chicken blocks. This was Chicken Salad So Long several years ago, maybe 2022 maybe, by Lori Holt. It was a So Long, Riley Blake. Anyways, it was the chickens, and so I had done the chickens, and so I'm just now working on getting them sewed on to the blocks. I'm going to try and finish these two. I'm going to make 2 throw blankets. I'm going to make one for each of the grandkids, I think, for my grandkids that are away. And so they'll have they have chickens, and they'll have little chicken quilts for them. So I'm going to finish this. That's something I'm going to be doing. I have, I think if you go back to one of my other videos, I think I made the comment about I had done a witch quilt, and I'm going to get it quilted. I have a long arm, but I have the little buddy because I don't have the room for the big, and so I always hate doing like larger blankets because the little buddy is just, I find it difficult to get it in there, and then you have to move. It is, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna work on that. The other thing I'm gonna be working on, I have 2. I only brought one of the projects, but I doing another one that was a Tula Pink one, and it's hand sewing, and it's piecing, hand piecing and stuff. I want to do that one. I've had it, and this also is another one that I'm working on. That's an applique that is and I'm doing my embroidery, and I'm sewing in my blocks. I'm trying to see if I have I don't think I have my, well, that was really good, Birdie. Okay, so this is the Santa, the Tree, the Turkey, and Me, and this is an applique wall hanging that I'm doing. This is actually going to be a wall hanging, and I've gotten these 3 cut out, and right now I'm doing all the sewing on them, and I've got these 3 to do, and this top one, I think, but I'll show you my blocks. But that's what it's called. So this is my first block that I'm working on, and as you can see, I got some of the stitching done and some not, and you can tell I just dumped my little balls that go on my little ladybug there. And this one, I don't have them totally, any of these sewed down yet, but this is the Santa one with the little wiener dog, and then this is the other block. So I'm trying to work on these as well. So that is some of my quilting stuff, and I'll try and throw them in as I move along on them, and give you guys updates on what is going on, you know, and see what happens. But I'm going to try to come back next month, and we'll see what I've got worked on, and I'm going to try and do a few more. I know I'm going to be making, I have a box quilt set. I don't remember how many years ago it was, but it's been quite a while, and I'm going to make that quilt, and I should have brought it in here and I didn't, but when I may do a video. Okay. Anyways, I will be showing, I'm going to be starting a quilt. I'll be announcing I'm going to make a quilt, and I'm thinking about videotaping it. So I'm going to announce it because there might be somebody else who's also doing it, and we can do it together. So I hope you guys all have a great day. I hope if you like something, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel. And I hope you guys have a great month. Rest of your months. It's almost April. I will be seeing you guys again. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.